Hello, this is Arabella from Arabella's Heart for Book Art, and today I want to put everything together. Welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you came to see my next step from my tutorials, and I want to show you what I did so far. So here is the spine. This is the outside spine. I already inked these edges, and I did cut it too short, my inside cardboard, and the cardboard that I use is from my medicine box. So I get my medicine every 2 weeks. First I got it every week, and my medicine box looked like, and that looked like this. So I did make also smaller books with this one, and I will show you in another tutorial what that looks like. So first it was like this, a smaller box. And now I'm getting a larger box, so it's double the size. So now I want to use this cardboard just as I did for my other size that I got first. So so I cut that, and also the outside cover and the inside cover, which looks like this, and everything is the size, so the right height, and I cut everything the right way, if I'm not mistaken, but I will check it as I go and I will show you. So I do have a definite shape. So this is a little bit pointy, this is smaller, this is the inside. I won't do this, of course, but the inside, the outside cover will go first, but I will show you. But I want to talk about the shape a little bit more, because perhaps you can't see it really well, but this is the shape. So I have this is smaller and this is larger, and it goes a little bit like this. So my inspiration comes from a butterfly, the wings, so the pointiness of this shape. I did draw it, I drew it, and then I reduced it, and then I made it more into a shape like this. And in my next one I will be introducing this shape. So this is more of a definite butterfly shape, and I also have this paper, and this paper, and this. So so this is the shape that will be my next one. So I'm really excited about that as well. But this book I made with this template that I made was this book. So I will show you what I did. And I did change the spine, and here you can see, perhaps, I don't know if you can see it, but here you can see the shape. So, and the inside looks like this, and this was my first large made, is my first large made mini album, really. So I did make it with flips and tucks, and here you have also a tuck, and this I designed myself. And here you will have that with a touch of nature, with cards in it, and with the butterfly feelers over here. And here is I did print that out on camera on one of my This is a butterfly shaped envelope, and this is also my own design. and this is my own design, and this I also made myself, and this is my own design. This is my new design, and this is a flip out, and also you can flip this up and down, and there is also pockets on both sides, pocket and a pocket, and here I use. So yeah, I'm really happy about, and here also made from cut off pieces. I made small pockets, duck pockets or something, and here is my the other one, and here is a butterfly, the butterfly from my next. So I'm also happy about that, and this is my new idea as well, to make tags and to make tag pockets. So I made tags with tag pockets, and that's really, I really love that. So here you can see a double pocket, so just made out of scraps really. And here is one of my new designs. This is my own drawing that I did, and yeah. So I found out that my camera yeah, it shut down, so now we have missed a lot of things that I already did. So what I did was made these strips for on the edges to make something. So I was debating, should I sew a strip of fabric or should I do something different? So I never showed this on camera. Vasen Creative decorative edge bunch. So I will show you how to use it. I did make another strip, so I thought I was still recording. And I will tell you what I did so far. So I did attach the front cover to the spine, and I did already attach my flower that I made with the bread. So these flowers I got from the Vibra, and they were €1, about €1.20 or 20 cents, something like that. So what I did was, and I will demonstrate it again, I took one of those flowers and I took one of my breads that I still had from a previous book that I made, and it is from my other series. I used, let me see, I still have it, for I want to work on some of the pages. So I did get these breads especially for this series. So this is my vintage pocket folder journal, and I made it really vintage. This is also my own design. So and I used this fabric for the closure, and I'm really happy with this one, and I will work on it on a different video. But so I use these breads for these books that I made, and I still have a purple one that I really love. So I don't know. Hello, I'm back. My camera is shutting off, so I want to tell you what I did with these cheaply flowers that I got from the Vibra, the Vibre. They were €1.20, and this is what I did. I still had some breads from my other projects, and I want to show you what I did. So first there was a stem, plastic stem. Then I removed this plastic thingy on the back, and I removed the inside, and then I had these layers of flowers, and that is also what I used with my other book to put in between this ripped spine piece. So with this one I did this. So with my new book I did do it like this. So this is not recorded. Yeah, my camera shut off as I said. So this is what I already did. So I made a hole in it with my pokey tool, and then I did use this brad for this one, and I left it so that it's sticking out a little bit on top. I thought that was a nice touch. And what I also did was made these strips. So I'm also going to make a strip, and those are for the edges from the front covers, and also will fold over to the inside covers. But first I want to show you what I did. So with this flower, so I took the brad, very easy, and then search for the middle. You could do it also one by one, the layers, but you could also try in one go. And then for now close it up so that it doesn't get loose or anything. So now for the next one, and I will move a little bit faster. We'll put this aside. I want to show you how I did make a strip. So I'll put this aside for a minute. And here's my punch. It is a Vasen Creative. It wasn't really cheap, like 15 euros or a little less. For I waited until it was in, yeah, I did bought this via bol.com. It is something like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it exactly, but it is a store that you can buy from all sorts of different stores. So okay, I will start, and what I did, and I see that I make shadow for my lighting is behind me, so I'm filming a little bit later now because my camera was keep shutting off. So I will try to not make a shadow. So I will line it up to this edge. This is how I do it, and then push the paper up until the edge that is here, and then I push, and then I will scoot it over to my left, and these marks that I now created, I will line it up to these to those markings that you will see over there. So every time you line it up, you push, and then go to the next one and push, and I will have to scoot over a little bit, for I can't press really hard if I'm sitting like I did. So like that, and then I don't have a lot of strength. I look a little bit like I do, but I don't have strength. So now this one is ready, and I will move it to the other side, and then we'll see how far it is, where it is exactly, and then line it up to these markings over here. So let me see if I am doing it correctly now. And this is, yeah, I want to use it for the edge of my front cover. So press and then line it up. Press and line it up. Hope I'm doing it correctly. Press and line up again. Let me see. Like this. Press and line it up. Press and line it up. Press. So now I'm going to the other side for this little piece I didn't do yet. So we'll line it up to these markings that you see. This is what you get. So all this is from, yeah, it got loose, that little thingy. So like that. And here you see the thing on the inside that is cutting. So this for shaker card, or you could do that. So for shaker thingy, but I won't be using it for now. So like that. So now I have a strip, and this is for the other side of my other cover, but I wanted to show you what I did. So now I will make 3 lines in the middle, 3 how do you call that? Scoring, yes, score marks. We'll get there in the end. So I will pick a line, one of these, to represent the middle just about, and then I will see on each side if I am in the middle, if I'm making any sense. So I see that it's in between these two, so I will choose the middle of these two, and then I'm choosing the middle to score and 1 on each side. So I'm making 3 score marks in the middle, just about in the middle. I don't know exactly if this is the middle. Yeah, this is the middle exactly. So score in the middle, then 1 on each side, an extra score mark. In the middle again. I hope you can see it. I'm making a little bit of a shadow, I see. So I scored it again, and I will put my scoring board aside for now. Now I want to fold it, but not fold it really heavily, but a little bit more like a bend. So instead of folding it really sharp like this and making a sharp fold, I'm more or less bending it so that it can fold over the front cover, the inside cover, and the cardboard. So I did do this side, but I can show you on the other side what it will look like and what I did exactly. So what I did was, for this thing, I did make a hole with my paper piercer. I did see what was the middle. I made a mark with my pencil, and then made a hole, and then I pushed this through. So also I did do a piece of double-sided tape over the bread thingies. And now I want to show you how you can attach the other side of that cover. So this one will go here, I think. Yes. So this one will go onto here. And then this is the inside cover for that. That will also be attached, and then this will go over it like that. So I will have a decorative edge on the inside and also on the outside. So that is what I did on purpose, so to make a really good look. And when this, now I want to attach the other side. So as you saw, of course, you can start with the outside cover. So, and I will show you what I did on the other side. So you will get your double-sided tape, Now I'll put these covers aside for now, so I can get up close and personal with this cover. So
what I did was, here is a score mark, so where the folder is, and I want you to not go over that, so you stay within this. And if I'm doing it correctly, there will fit 3 of these, and these are almost, the size of this double-sided tape is almost a little short of half an inch. Or was it a quarter? Let me check it again. I think it was a half an inch, so just size, I don't know how you call that, so you can see it, what size it is. And you will need 3 of these, so if you have wider, of course, so this also nice to know. The flap is 1.5 inch. So you will know which double-sided tape you will need. So it's 1.5 inch exactly. So that's also easy for you to decide. So if I'm doing it correctly, they will fit 3 of these side by side onto my flap. So I did scoot it over a little bit, so like this. So I will show you what I exactly did on the other side. So I really, yeah, I thought when I was recording really long already. So I should have gone to the edge, but I also have different glue. I have liquid adhesive, and that's really strong. So I will get my bone folder to burnish that. And then I threw it away. Do I have another one? I just threw it under my desk. That's why. Oh. I did find it underneath my desk. It's so funny. Oh my goodness, I'm never going to record in the evening ever again. I'm making mistake after mistake. So what I did for this one is just one on the edge. So that will be needed on this side. So this will go like this. So I will need one strip. Yeah, the edges are really important. So if that gets loose, that doesn't look good, right? So let me see if I'm doing it correctly. Yes. Always double checking, but we are human beings, so we can make mistakes. You have to give yourself permission to make mistakes sometimes. We are not perfect. So usually I'm getting a little bit giggly when I get tired and it's later, so I don't know if I'm going to do that now. You know how you call that in Dutch? Moemelig. That's what I'm getting when it's getting late, and when I get tired I get moemelig, so that's really funny, right? Moemelig. I tried to say that. So here, this will go like this, and let me check if I'm correct. Yes, I am, so I will get my paper piercer, and then remove all the backing from your double-sided tape. Or liquid adhesive if you like that better, you can also use that. So my eyes are getting worse when it's late also, so that's not really funny, but well. Oh my goodness. Should I do a chipmunk's voice again? So you won't see me struggling as much. Oh my goodness. Like that. And then this one as well. So, and then I will decide if I need some liquid adhesive as well. So that is really strong, but I think I will save that for the corrugated cardboard in between, so that I'm sure that it will stay. Like this. So now I will put it in its place and try to stay as straight as possible. As straight as you can. So usually I just do it like this. Put the other way around so that it's facing me. I'll also do that. Let me see if this is the upside, and then this will be the right side. So I have a shape, so I don't want to make a mistake. This is the point pointing at me. So I'm making a shadow, so I hope I'm not going wrong. This is also what you could do to see it a little bit better. So I hope you can still see it as well. So still take into consideration that you have to scoot over a little bit. Like this, I think I'm straight. And, yeah, I'm a little bit crooked on this side. Yeah, we'll have to do it like this so I can see if I'm not on score mark or something. So like this, and then just press it down and keep a little space in between. I did do that a little bit crooked, but that is because I did cut this one, the spine space. So now we have something that looks like this.
and now you can also see the shape of this butterfly wing, right? Well, I can see it at least. So I want to adhere this strip. I want to attach the strip, and this I think I'm going to do this later, so I will put this aside for a minute. I also was thinking that this also could work. So if I make a double strip, so a strip over here, yeah, and a strip over here, and that also would disguise that mark over there. I could also do that, and then you will see double, but that could only work if I have, yeah, I still have one strip, so I could do that. A double strip for here and a strip for there. So I will think about that. I could also do it on the fold line. So that, then you will see this. Let me check for a minute if I like that. But it is a little bit too busy, I think. What do you think? Would this be too busy? With the flower, it is a little bit busy, right? Yeah, I think that will be a little bit too busy. Especially when I will put this, or I will scoot it over. I will do this, and then it will look like that. That is a bit, well, that is a nice look, if I say so myself. But well, I will think about that for a little bit. So first, what I want to do is attach this one to this one. So let me see which one I want where, and I also want to ink it. So this could work, or this could work. Here I did do a little bit the same coloring, the same cutoff on the same side, but here you have a whole strip with blue. So I could make a different one, but yeah, this is too busy, and I think I wanted so like this. It is not the same like here, but well, this is also the back cover, so I'm not really, yeah, so I will have to put the glue on this side. So let's do that. I will put my glue out. This is liquid adhesive from Tesa. I think I got this from Action, but could be Hema as well. I'm not sure where I got this. So I am gluing a little bit over the, in between all the holes that I made with a decorative edge. And then also a little bit of glue over here where it is close to the score marks that I made. So I made 3 score marks in the middle so that I can bend it and that it's not a definite fold. So put this aside for a minute and then get my cover, and we will
onto the cover. So this is how you will keep your desk a little bit clean, right? And also the lines that I made with the pen, that will also be, and I did forget to ink. I want to do that, if I can find, yeah, because then it will be a little bit more, it will stand out a little bit more, I think. Normally I won't do this with glue. I will try, do my best to ink it still. A little bit more. It's still really wet. It's not, this won't dry really fast, so like this. And the other side I will ink when it turns, so that it's not really dry. So now I will glue it onto the cover. I'm trying to stay a little bit straight. It has a shape, so this has an angle as well. And you can see now it's not dry yet, if I did it correctly. On the other side, I see it is a little bit crooked, so a little bit more. Yeah, you can still move it. I think I did make this mark when I was inking this. I think I went into that or something with my hand. I don't know. So now there is a little bit of glue on the other side, so I will yeah, turn it for now, and I want to see if I do it the right way. So let me get that little bit of glue that is still here. Also, do that. I want to cover it a little bit to the outside so that I have a little bit more room. Let me see. Yeah. Pushed it a little bit, rub it a little bit off. I went a little bit over with the glue. I think it's a really good thing to to make your edges a little bit more, yeah, prettier, I guess. So let's see if I could do that correctly. I think I like it better. Now it's more, yeah, you can see it better, right? So now it looks like this. That's really pretty.
I like it. Let me check it. Yeah, I really like this. So now it's getting dry. And we will build up on the inside. So let me get the inside cover on the left. And I mean, not the inside cover, but I mean, let me get the corrugated cardboard. This is for the other side. So I will get to that in a minute. And this is for this side. So what I want to do is for the edges to stick it down, I will first stick down the corrugated cardboard. So I will flip it over to the other side, and there's something attached. This, yeah, I want to use, I saw these things in my stash, so I think I'm going to use that for the embellishment. And I also found this one, so I am debating of using that. I also got this from my mom, so I think I'm going to use that also, but I am not sure for what exactly. There are some things you learn best in calm and some in storm. And I think I'm going to cut out the inside. This is really heavy vellum, and it's really good quality. So I want to use this for, perhaps for the first page. That could also work. I don't know yet. Or as a pocket for the first page. I don't know yet. So I'll put that aside. First put double-sided adhesive along all the edges, like this, all the edges.
So that is always really important to do. The edges. I understand that it's white onto white, so I think you won't be able to see it really. I could do this so that you can see what I am doing. So you can use different things for the inside in between the covers. So to make it sturdy, but if you want a soft cover, you could also put two cardstocks together and split this part. You could also use, for instance, I always want to recycle something. That is something that I am really passionate about, and that's why I also am so happy with these templates. And that is because you are not really, printing that much. So that is also something that what I like to do, to think about a design, and then not to make it that dark, or so that you can really print sort of on a budget, like I said in the previous. So I think I'm going to use some double-sided adhesive in between, but a few strips. And I'm not doing what I told you, because this is bended. I want to make a few strips the other way around, to make that corrugated cardboard, to make it a little bit more sturdy. That's what I want to say. So now I'm doing that in this way. So I'm keeping that one, that was just already, I did that already, so now I'm just making some small strips in between these two lines. So, like this, and another one, just about the same spacing in between. This will make it a little bit more sturdy. For the corrugated cardboard tends to bend, right? This is really a little bit more sturdy than normal corrugated cardboard, and that is because it has a white, sort of a white thing around it. So, but here you can see that it bended. I don't know if that is visible, but here there is a definite bend, so that is why I'm choosing to do it like this. So that will make it a little bit more sturdy, but I will stick everything together, so that will also help, of course. So another one, just to be sure. So now I will take my down folder and then really make it, work it a little bit, so that it sticks really well. This is also a very important step to do, so yes. And then in between I will do also use the other glue that I just showed you. So I can't see it really well, it's white onto white. Taking the liquid glue now, and then I'm gluing in between and over the rest. So like this. And you could also glue the inside, so where this is going on to. And I will stop doing this, I will have enough for the other pieces. So it's almost finished, my glue. And that's why I'm keeping it upside down, so that's easy to glue also. So
now I will Yeah, you could also glue this, but I won't do that. This is really heavily glued, so I will keep this as it is and then trying to line it up. And I will do it like this, so I'm sure I'm keeping enough space. And also on the upside and over here. I'm not over it. If I'm over it, I will just cut it off. That's really no big deal at all to cut it off. So now the inside is onto it, and I will check it. Yeah, there is a small line over it. So what I will do is just take my scissor and cut that off. Really simple. And I
will just also ink that, so when I'm done. Like that. Let me see, yeah, I could cut a little bit more. I don't want to cut into the cover, so I'm doing it really carefully. I don't want to make it even smaller. I already had to do that. So, yeah, this is really hard to cut into, for it's all together now, so I don't have really room to cut. Like this. I'm going to ruin my cover, so.
And I will keep it like this. So I will ink that edge, and that's okay. Like this. So now it's really good adhered, so that is a good thing. And now I will do the other side. So I will
take corrugated cardboard from this side, and I will do exactly the same as I just did. So I will check it. This is the good side. Check it, and then put this aside for a minute. I'll check it again on what side I need to glue it. It's on the side with these markings, so that is easy to remember. Let's see if I'm still on. So my camera doesn't make a sound when it quits working, so that is really, yeah, so I could sit here for an hour and then still won't know if my camera did shut down, so that's why I keep really well adhered, so this will get first thing started, that will help. And then put it at first everywhere that doesn't have adhesive, if you do it this way, of course. Like this. Now I'm putting it also over the double-sided tape and going a little bit like this, so that I'm sure that it's well adhered. Like that, and that is enough. Put it back.
Now I will carefully pick it up, put everything aside, and then adhere this one over everything. Over the over everything. I mean, like over this. And I will make a little bit of a shadow, I think, for you guys, but I can't see it if I'm going. Yeah, I will stay on the pink. That will be exactly enough space, I think. Let me see if I get the top also like this, I think. Something like this. If I'm over it or something, I will cut it off. Like this. Let me see if I did do that. Yeah, it is a little bit lower. So I will have to cut off.
Over here, so I will do that. By the way, sometimes yeah, you can be a little bit off, but that's okay. If you just cut it off really carefully, then it's not a big deal at all. Nobody's perfect, so if you can make it look the way you want to in the end, and everything's sturdy, and all the pages can be put in and something and all that stuff, so then you did just fine, right? I think. it's really, yeah, it's really so small, but I will cut it off, for this is what catches all the dust. If you have made books and then put them on shelf, you learn the hard way. If you're leaving the adhesive, so that will really collect dust and it has a little fibers or something, and that really looks, yeah, that's not so good. So now it looks like this. So now you have the corrugated cardboard down.
This is in the middle. I will press a little bit so that I'm sure that everything is good. And the next thing that we are going to do is adhere the inside first. So it will go like this, and then you will adhere the last step for the cover. You will adhere this over everything, so it will look like this in the end. This will be, and then we will fold this over and adhere it to the inside. I could also make it into a pocket, but that you could do that and make the flap a little bit bigger so that you have a pocket in your cover. That's also a possibility, but that's not what I'm going to do for this. So
let me adhere everything down, and then the cover. This will be under this, so that is really okay, if you know what I mean. I mean the inside spine. So this will go under it, so that is okay that it's sticking out, so I could leave that. So this is important, this is important, this will also be under something, so only this side and this side will be exposed. So that is important that there is nothing sticking out over there. I see that I did went a little bit over it, so I will correct that for a minute. So like this, so now I will get the backing off. Let me see if I can do it like this. Now you can choose the other side. So I'm waiting until the adhesive is going to the other side. For on the other side there is sort of a brush thingy. I'll get that. So a little bit dividing it. Also around the edges. And I'm not pushing the glue, but I'm dividing with that sort of a comb. I will put it aside. Let me see if I got a little bit of glue. No. And let me see which side, yeah, it is this side. So I want to be really straight, and the upside and on the downside is really most important to get it straight on. Like this. So, and then press it down. If you think that you are right on the
spots, then you can press it down. So leave it to dry, and I will I will check it a little bit. It's not sticking out. Yeah, here a little bit. So I will cut that off later. Now I'm going for the other side. So I'm doing the same thing. Yeah, do that again or something. That will be okay, and I have enough double-sided, so that's also really well. That's also okay. I mean, I'm getting a little bit tired, so my words don't come easy when I'm tired. Don't come as easy. Like this. So it bubbles. Did I do that correct? I think yeah, it's okay, I think. Let me check. Yeah. So now it looks like this. And I will have to cut a little bit off the bottom, I see. So let me do that really quick.
And now I want to check all the sides. If there is anything sticking out or something like that. Yeah, this is a little bit sticking out, but I will ink that, and then you won't be seeing that again anymore. I mean. So now it looks like this. I really like this look, also with these edges. And the inside I also like. So now it's time to adhere this onto that.
So Now I will adhere this onto this, and what I'm doing now is folding first and then make sure that this is well adhered in the middle, and then I will stick that down. So the first thing that I'm going to do is put double-sided tape onto the middle.
The double-sided tape is really the best way to go, that's how I feel. Also want to do some double-sided tape onto the spine, to the inside of the spine, and also on this side. But I think that on one side it will be okay enough. So you can do both, but I think one side will be enough. So now I will go along the edges from the spine, and then a bit clip it, and that's okay really. I will try to go straight. So one on the other side, like this. So that will be okay. And now I'm going to put also a few strips onto this one, the inside of the inside spine. Also, I'm going to put some double-sided tape. And if you leave some space, that will be okay. So you could put liquid adhesive in between. It is a possibility. And just go and clip it. That's okay. Also clip it a little bit. Pardon me, this one is also done. So let's see how far this will stick. And then we'll cut it off. Also then we'll go to the next one. So, and go and clip it as well. I will correct that by brushing everything down as best I can. Like this. And now I will leave that, for I have already did the outside, but I will go and put some adhesive onto the flaps already, so to be ready when I put the flaps, when I stick the flaps down, they will have the double side in it, like this. I'm just going to use what I have, so I have a lot of these rolls, a few, so I will keep on using this until I don't have that.
And I will use something else. So you will see there will be fitting 3 in a row for the flaps. And also I'm not going to the score mark too close, so I will leave just about 1/8 of an inch, I think. That's what it's called. I couldn't think of how it was called a minute ago, so so this one going right up until the other one. And then the last one, and this one I think I'm having, it's a little bit too wide, or it will fit exactly, yeah, it will fit exactly. For I did do my best to put these two aside from each other. So now it's fully already stuck down, everything, and everything that's on the outside of this I will cut off just to be sure. And now I will get my bone folder again. This is all going in the trash, well, with the plastic, so I am always this one down. Let me see. Yeah, I want to know exactly where the middle is, of course. So I'm doing it like this so I can see what I'm doing. It's a little bit. I'm making my own shadow, so that's not really working. Now, let me see if I'm going straight. I think I am. If you think you're on the mark, just press it down. So, like that. And now, work it a little bit with your bone folder. You could also do that with your hands. Here is a flower, so that is a little bit bulky here. Here I can feel the adhesive that I nearly ruined my paper, but it didn't. Yeah, it's still good. So now all I have to do is adhere the flaps down and adhere these flaps down, and then yeah, I also have the binding, of course, that will go in the middle. And I did cut off this flap I adhered, and on the other side I cut off the tiny flap. So now we have 8 pages. We have room for 10, if you can see it like that. You could have a room for 10 with the 1/2 inch on the 5-inch spine, but yeah, I had this paper and I could only make 8 hinges with this, so like this. This. So I will adhere the flaps and then I will adhere this. So
let's leave it flat, and I think I could adhere it like this. I don't know. No, I will leave it flat. And that's enough room for them, so I won't have to do that. Just adhere it when it's flat, and that will be okay. Of course, the tedious work that I love so much. Also, I'm going to make a video where I'm going to paint. And I also have a few new ideas. So I saw my old video, well, I didn't watch it, but I saw it in my list. And I used to make a lot of gel prints and stuff like that. So I really want to make that again. And well, I do need some curtains. So now I won't adhere this. I just
will lift it up a little bit and then stick it down. So this will be okay like this, and then you can bend it, and then a little bit you will have to work the paper a little bit like this, and then it's okay. You won't have to bend it any further. So this is how far a book will go, right? So you won't have to do anything further than that. I did forget to ink it, so that is what I could have done. And I see a mark here and it goes over like that, so it's almost the same thing. So I could do a little bit of inking, but I don't know yet. I could leave it like this. So let me try it with my hands.
first to take the backing off, so I can feel what I am doing. That's really it. Because I can't see it anymore, what I'm doing. I'm having troubles with my eyes, the position, it's going on for a while now, so I really have to go to see the doctor for my eyes. I'm going like so. And then the final one, I'll do with my other side so you can see it. And like this. So now, make sure that all the adhesion is on the inside.
Lift this up a little bit and then do this. And now get your bone folder and then work the paper a little bit like that. And also work this a little bit. So now the inside cover is really happy with it. So I'm so happy with it. To adhere the binding. So this is the same idea as the corrugated cardboard. You see that it's moving, and that is in the length. So I will put my double-sided tape like this, and that will make it stronger. So that and now I'm going to stick down the binding. So that is where I am at, and I want to put some extra strips onto this. For this is a little bit smaller than this, so I'm afraid to put a little bit of adhesive over there, and I'm doing these strips I did like this, and now I'm doing a few in the length just to be sure. Some extra strips. Different for me. So, or I will keep it up in being different and trying to explore this, or I will make it into the love that I have, and that is a junk journal. So now I will have to see the middle. So I will keep this like this. Let me see if I can do it like that. I don't think so. We'll have to stand up for this to see the middle exactly, and fold these back so I can see, because this is half an inch, half an hinge, a hinge. Oh my goodness, that's difficult to say. I'll have to practice that. Because I'm used to saying half an inch, so half an inch. Okay. I will see if I can get it in the middle. Scoot those hinges over a little bit, so I'm making a little bit of noise. And this is, these are 8. So what you also could do, I scared myself. What you also could do is make a mark where the middle is with if I'm standing up, I will see it better. So scoot it over. I want to stay straight, of course. So let me try and do the upside first. If it's a little bit crooked, that is not really that bad, but I do want to get it straight on as much as I can, and I already stuck it down, so only have to work it a little bit. So now I have this, and I could also do extra pages, so I have extra room on both sides to for instance, if you want an extra page, and I do have my designs with hinges, sort of extra flaps, I mean. So now I didn't ink the inside, but I could ink all the edges, like how how it is like this, all put together I mean. And I also didn't cut the thingies off, the corners, so I should have done that first I think, but I could do it while it's in it, so that's not really a big deal. So now all I want to do is make sure that I am sticking this down. So I want to make the inside as well of those decorative edges that I made, and then the cover will be done. It's looking like this on this side, so I do want to ink this, and yeah, what do you think about it? I really like it, so I want to make it sort of a butterfly like thing. Now what I want to do is stick these side flaps down. To making junk journals, so yeah, I want to do this first, so I don't want to lose that shape that I also have. So I did adhere it on both ends, and this is what I have. So this will be the spine with a flower. This is the back side. I'm not really happy about this. This has more a definite edge, so I did make this a little bit too wide I think. So well, this will be the end of this tutorial. The cover is all done, so it looks like this, and the edges and the inside. So this is the inside cover. The hinges, I have 8. I really like the look of the inside as well with the butterflies. Love it. So the definite shape.